screencast, I'll be demonstrating and evaluating Quizizz, which is now known as Wayground, an educational technology tool developed to support student learning. So, Quizizz is an interactive quiz platform that allows students and teachers to create and share quizzes, homework, and lessons. Students can play live games or work through activities at their own pace, which makes it very flexible for both classroom and online learning. So in terms of signing up and getting started, a user would go here to quizizz.com, and then they would choose in the top right to log in or sign up. Signing up is free and very simple. I create an account with just an email, a password, and selecting whether I was a student or a teacher. And then this will take me to the Quizizz dashboard here, where you have the option to create a resource, search for resources, or upload your own content. So in the perspective of the teacher who would be doing this, it would most likely come to create, in which you have 5 choices of an assessment, presentation, video, passage, or flashcards. So for this example, I'll create a short assessment to show you how it works. You get to choose one to import your own questions, to generate them with AI, or to create them from scratch. So I'll make it from scratch. And then the quiz format, you're able to choose multiple choice, fill in the blank, a passage, or interactive video. And the ones that are locked here are paid for, but I think these 4 here are fundamental enough for any teacher and are a great foundation. So we'll go with multiple choice. So an example question that I could put here is, let's see, who was president of the US first? So you would type in the options that you would give the students. And then from here, the teacher would mark the correct answer. So in this case, it would be Washington. And multiple answers can be correct, but in this case, just one of them is. So once the teacher is done creating the question, they would save question. Then this would show them the entire quiz itself. Right now, I've only made one. Let's add another one. I could choose again, multiple choice, fill in the blank. We'll do multiple choice. What is my name? Bill, Tom, Sam, and then you would choose the right answer and save the question once again. And then as you can see, now it's 2 questions, each worth a point. It shows you which one you marked as correct and which one you marked as incorrect. Then from here, you can preview what the student would see. So they would see the question, 4 boxes at the bottom for the multiple choice, and then they would select the correct one. When they do, it'll pop up like this, green around it, and then they would move on to the next question, as you can see here, and then they would select the answer there. So when the teacher is done creating the quiz, however questions they deem appropriate, they would publish the quiz. They'd give it a name, so let's call it test, and then select the subject that it's on. We'll do social studies, and then the grade that they're teaching, and then publish. So then from here, the teacher can edit it, assign it, or they can start it. So we'll start it now, and then you could either do it so that the students work at their own pace or that the teacher leads it. In this case, we'll do a student pace example. We only have classic mode here. And then start. And then from here, the teacher would give this code to the students. They could either scan the QR code, put in the URL, or put in this code on Quizizz, and then they'd be able to join and then start the quiz. Since I don't have other people, I can't start the quiz, but the students would just answer the questions, and then they'd either get them right or wrong, and then whoever got the most right would be crowned number 1. So with all of this in mind, if I had to give an evaluation for Quizizz, I would think that it was an extremely well-designed and effective educational tool for students. In terms of usability and user experience, I think Quizizz is very easy to use for both teachers and students. The interface is simple. It only takes a few minutes to set up a quiz. Students can quickly join the quiz at any time with just the game code, and they don't need to create accounts individually. In terms of engagement and interactivity, Quizizz promotes active learning by turning quizzes into games and competitions where students can challenge their friends and compare their score to their friends to see who got the most right. So in their eyes, it's fun, and they're also learning. In terms of assessment features, as you can see, you can create a resource, assessment, presentation, video, passage, and flashcards, all for free. So I think that it's a very robust and abundant selection of things that a teacher can do here, and I think it's very effective. And in terms of data and reporting, so after a quiz is done, teachers will get immediate feedback from students, detailing what they got right, what they got wrong, and see where the class maybe did well on or struggled on. And then teachers can use this information to identify areas where more instruction may be needed. And in conclusion, I would absolutely recommend Quizizz as an effective tool for teaching and student learning. It's very easy to use, keeps students engaged, provides very valuable feedback to the teacher, and is accessible to the teacher and the student at no cost whatsoever. Overall, Quizizz is an excellent resource for teachers who want to make interactive, fun, impactful, and interesting in their classroom, and I think it'll go a long way for many classrooms in helping students achieve better grades and outcomes.